everybody.
Hello, welcome.
We're here.
And we're not wearing Christmas jumpers today.
No, but maybe we'll put this on at some point for,
we'll see.
I don't know, to keep up the holiday spirit.
Welcome to our 10th and final show of 2020. I can't believe we've done 10 of these already,
either.
honey.
It's nuts.
It's crazy. But this is essentially a concert that we would have been doing on Tuesday, combined with ideas we had anyway to do here. So it's an amalgamation of the two shows, the live show and this show. And
but when thinking of like a song that kind of perfectly encapsulates how all of us feel by the end of 2020, we felt like this was a really good one.
And an introduction to our story.
A little synopsis, if you will. Here we go. Hi guys! Say hello in the comments, let us know you're here. And share this video.
Looking back to one whole year ago, planning immigration in the New York snow, drinking wine just as the decade ends, madly in love together and the best of friends.
But after March a new pandemic spread, the plans we had in place were thrown away instead, so jigsaw puzzles passed the time away. And if you want to know how we're still standing, grab a drink and stay.
Don't you know we're still standing after what this year has done? Found a way to make it special,
found a way to make it fun.
We're still standing though we're locked inside, feeling super lucky that I've got you stood here by my side. We're still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah.
We got engaged on Halen Beach at night,
then secretly got married when the time was right.
And like so many other folks this year,
a baby miracle has happened, and we'll soon be here. That is why we're still standing after what the virus did.
Take a look at all that's happened.
Married with a house and kid. We're still standing even 1 year on, making use of all the time we're given till we're 2 plus 1. We're still standing. Wow, wow, wow. We're still standing. How, how, how. Here we go.
Hi everybody, we see your comments up there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh,
we're gonna have some fun tonight, aren't we, darling?
It's been a year, hasn't it?
Oh, it has been a year.
You know what, babe?
Don't you know we're still standing, but we got a show to do. Just another hour of madness, Heather and her husband Stu. We're still standing and we're overjoyed. It's another Sunday evening concert from the unemployed. Keeps us standing, please, please, please. Tips are welcome, please, please, please. We're still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. We're still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. We are, like all of us, we are all still standing. We've made it through 2020.
Man.
We had a lot of fun writing those.
Stu wrote those lyrics last night, and I think they're really brilliant. So well done, my love.
Thank you, honey.
I walked away for like an hour, and then you came back and had that all written. I was like, perfect. It was amazing.
Oh, great. I think we've set it up now that we're going to have to rewrite lyrics to songs constantly, but we just thought we'd have a bit more fun. Hi. Here we are. As I mentioned earlier, this is a show that is essentially, we've decided to look back on the last 12 months.
Yeah.
And how dramatically different it is now. But,
yeah.
And you're going to hear a lot along the way. Some of it has been incredible. obviously. I mean, hello. And some of it has been quite heartbreaking. So it's gonna be one of those kind of evenings, but we wanted to share it with you, and I couldn't imagine anyone else to share it with.
Me either. And our stories, just ours. Everybody has different stories about how 2020 has affected them. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of posts about gratitude, but also acknowledging how difficult it's been, and that's kind of where we are. So I guess we just start at the beginning.
It's a very good place to start.
We started the year in New York City. I had an apartment there. Stu was staying with me for a couple months' time, testing the waters to see how it would be, because we were planning on residing in New York City by October, or he was planning on moving over by October of this year.
Yes.
So, as you guys know, New York City is amazing. Everybody, though, lives in apartment buildings, and apartments, especially in New York City, tend to come with extremely loud neighbors. A lot of people are musicians in the city, and your apartment is your practice room. My apartment was my practice room. Now our neighbors in Bedhampton are hearing us sing through the walls. Thankfully, they seem to be very thick and nobody's complained yet. But this is a love letter to anybody who has ever had the privilege or horror of living next door to either of us. Just moved in to 14G, so cozy, calm, and peaceful. Heaven for a mouse like me, with quiet by the leaseful. Pets are banned, parties too, and no solicitation. Window seat with garden view, a perfect nook, to read a book. I'm lost in my Jane Austen when I hear say it isn't so, not the flat below, from an opera wannabe in 13G, a matinee or some cantata, Wagner's Ring or Traviata. My first night in a 14G, I'll put up with Puccini. I'll brew myself a cup of tea, crochet until she's beanie. 8:30, not a peep except the clock tick-tocking. Now I lay me down to sleep, a comfy bed to rest my head, a stretch, a yawn, I'm almost gone then. Now the girl upstairs wakes me unawares, blowing down from 15G, her revelry. She's scatting like her name is Ella. Guess who answers a cappella? Do-do-do Floyd, oi. Do-do-do Floyd, oi. I'm not one to raise my voice, make a fuss, or speak my mind, but might I query, would you mind if, could you kindly, I don't really know how to say this, but if you could just stop. That felt good. Stop!
and thank you and good night. That was remarkable.
Imagine being my neighbor when I was learning that song.
In fact, like it was, was it? No, it was just after Christmas that I actually went on to a cruise that you were singing on.
Where I was singing the Queen of the Night aria.
Yeah, you sang the Queen of the Night aria, but you sang this as well in your solo show, and it did it for me.
Thanks.
I was like, in fact, you came off stage, didn't you? And I was in our cabin, and I just burst into tears as soon as I saw it, because I'd never. Heather and I had heard each other sing once at the beginning when we first met, on the day that we met, but we never saw each other. We didn't get a chance to see each other do our thing. So our relationship was built on actually liking each other rather than liking each other's talent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, which was really lovely.
Yeah. So like when I actually got to witness your talent with a live audience and feel the energy of the entire room, we all remember what that's like. It was mind blowing, honey, and like I was just moved to tears. So there we go.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Oh, that's not.
I just noticed that John Richardson very gratefully. John Richardson is running the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from Virtual Piano Bar. We love him so much. Thank you so much for being here, John. He put our tip information. So if you guys feel like giving us a donation or a tip into our tip jar / income jar, that would be extremely, extremely welcomed, and we would be very grateful for that. Thank you so much to those of you who have given us tips over the last 10 concerts. We're so grateful for that. If you can't tip, the best thing that you could do for us is to share this video, please, so that we can spread the word and gain more viewers, which is very valuable.
And whilst we're just talking about donations and stuff, for those that watched our caroling drinking contest that I seem to be playing on my own.
Yes.
We actually raised £400 of our target of £500, so that's remarkable. Like it's gone to a great cause. So thank you very much for helping raise that sort of money. It will make a difference to people who suffer from mental health. So thank you very much. All right, well, let's keep going. So what we need to talk about is actually my experiences of New York.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think I just chose this song because I just like this song and it has New York in the title.
Yeah, but you were very excited about the prospect of moving to New York.
I was. I mean, it is like...
You love this
It's a city that I first went to in 2003 and I fell in love with it. And I always felt one day I might end up there for a period of time. And even if we don't do it now, I did manage to get a good couple of months in the city that never sleeps. So I owe that to you. Thank you. Let's do this. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. All the movie stars and their fancy cars and their limousines, been high in the Rockies under the evergreens. But I know what I needed and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day to day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. It comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. I've let it shine. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I don't have any reasons. I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. 'Cause I'm in a New York. I'm in a New York state of
I told him, I heard him sing that earlier, and I was like, you should always sing this song. It is so good, hon. You've never sung it before, or have you sung it before?
No, I've never sung it before.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Because it's one of those songs where if you're gonna do it, you kind of want to be sat at the piano to do it and be able to play it. I can't play that.
Well, I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna care when they listen to you sing it, to be honest. Yeah. But
well, thank you, honey.
Do you want to tell them what the last thing we did in New York together before we before I went off on a ship and you went to go home, and then we were gonna meet up back in New York in May? Do you remember?
Yes. So, we're talking about what I did whilst you were away and what I was planning to do, or what I was.
Well, I'm just saying that we did a little shopping together, didn't we?
Well, yes. Okay, so I didn't know whether I was supposed to talk about that anymore, but that's fine.
We did talk about what we're talking about.
So, essentially, I went on a cruise around New Zealand, which was fantastic, and we had this little week when I got back and Heather was back, and we knew that at some point we were gonna do the whole engagement thing and stuff, and I said, why don't we just go ring shopping together? Let's go and have a look at stuff. And it was a wonderful day. We went down. What's the name of the
Diamond District?
Yeah, the Diamond District. Mm-hmm. And it was fantastic. And we just went through because sometimes the guy buys the ring, and it's a lot of anxiety for the guy. To kind of not necessarily know what is required or what is liked. So we had a fun day of just trying on loads of different rings and different diamond sizes and everything, just to figure out what it is that you were drawn to and what you liked. And then my plan was to come back in May for our first proper trip of this year, and then get it custom made from a jeweler that we found that we liked.
that didn't happen. So that's why we ended up doing it down here. And I found another jeweler that is local to where I went to school. And then his son, actually, who helped make the ring, was at my school at the same time as me, which was quite kind of cool.
I
So,
think though, like that, basically what I was trying to say though is like before the pandemic hit, I'm just going chronologically.
That's fine.
We were in a place where we were like really excited and hopeful about the future and about the future together.
Yes.
Like, and this song is a good, I think, representation of how we were feeling and how we felt about each other from the very beginning.
Yes, exactly. Good. So that's what you wanted me to say.
That's what I was going. We didn't talk about this beforehand. Hi guys, how are we doing? You having a good time so far? This is from Big Fish, the musical. It's just beautiful.
Music and lyrics by Andrew Lipper. Time stops when suddenly you see her. Time stops, and what you thought you knew changes, and life beyond this moment is better. Time stops, but still your heart is beating. Time stops, though you don't take a breath. She's there, and all you've ever wanted is nearer, clearer. I used to think the world was small. Now I don't think that way at all. Time stops when dreams come true before you. Time stops when fantasy's real. I knew this moment was expected, but this good, who could?
That boy is staring and I feel a chill. I don't know why. That boy is staring and the world is still not tumbling by. There's no one talking, but I can hear 1,000 voices. What's going on inside me? That boy is staring. Is it me he sees? I can't be sure if he is staring. Should I try to please or be demure? My hand is trembling, but in this moment nothing scares me. What's going on?
I used to see what lies ahead.
I thought my life might be a bore.
Now I just see this girl instead.
Maybe I'm bound for something more.
Time stops and troubles are abandoned. Time stops the minute she arrives. I see the future in this instant, submersive, sublime. I'd live forever in this moment if I could stop time.
Boy is staring and I feel a chill. I don't know why. So that was about March, or beginning of March.
Yes, and actually, what it reminded me is there was a day when I was in Florida and I was going to be
Thanks, Don.
flying home,
Yep.
and you literally sailed in
Yeah.
for what, 6 hours
Yeah.
into Florida, Fort Lauderdale, and like we just literally spent 6 hours together, and that was the last time we were going to see each other until potentially April.
Where we had all these grand plans.
All these plans.
Yeah.
And it obviously, little did we know that was actually the last time we were going to see each other until
We didn't
June
know.
when you
Yeah,
got it.
and so then obviously at the beginning of March, the pandemic hit, and it hit everywhere. Like, so I'm curious, where's everybody watching from? Because there was no place on earth that wasn't hit by this event. And it kind of staggered how quickly but it's very soon. My niece was born on the day that the borders were shut to the United States, and I remember just being like, okay, I guess this is serious. And then
but it all felt temporary.
Yeah, it
right?
felt temporary.
We thought, okay, well, look, this might happen, and then in a few weeks' time, as soon as I get the opportunity, I'll come back out and see you. And
exactly.
But then that opportunity never came, because I still don't think, even as your husband, that I'm allowed back into the US
yet. It would be
yet.
very complicated for sure. Us
Yeah.
in Wales, and so these next few songs are just kind of songs that are of hope, but also songs that are of like bitterness, but hope, trying to find hope through confusion and trying to find hope through time when we just don't really know what's going to happen. So we're going to do these couple. This is one of our favorites. I'm sure it's a lot of your very favorite songs as well.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do ya? But remember when I moved in you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. And it's not a cry that you hear at night, it's not somebody who's seen the light, it's cold and it's a broken hallelujah, 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 Such a beautiful song, that.
Gorgeous tune. This next song we think want to dedicate to all of the health workers,
Yes.
especially in the I would say especially all over the world. It has a connection to the healthcare workers at the NHS. because every day you guys would hang rainbow flags, right? For the
We
NHS
would,
workers?
yes, yeah. And every week we would go outside, we'd all cheer and stuff every week. It was brilliant.
We're so grateful to the frontline and healthcare workers who are continuing to fight this pandemic as we all just shelter in our own homes. So thank you so much for that.
Take it away, honey.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know the wrong way to see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do you think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? And have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La, da, 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 Thank you again to everybody who has
Yeah, share those
served.
rainbows.
Yeah, share those rainbows.
Share the
Thank you.
rainbows.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, lovely.
Oh man.
Right, I think you can introduce.
Introduce? Well, this.
Introduce.
Oh, thank you for watching, you guys. We just thank you so much for being here, everybody. Oh, I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah,
this
it
music
is-
is filling our souls big time.
Yeah, like I mean, this has been a lot for us to do every single week, but to arrive at our 10th on which is our last of the year, it's just like it's so cool. And we're so grateful. And to know that there's like a consistent amount of people that keep returning and keep being entertained by what we're doing, it's been wonderful for us, for the soul. And yeah.
And we love the interaction we have had with you guys. This next song was requested by my Aunt Susan a number of weeks ago, actually. And we were like, okay, we think this will be perfect for our end of the year show. And I've sung it for a very, very long time, which means I'm probably going to screw it up now. But Stu just learned this a couple days ago, and it's in Italian.
Yeah,
so
do we have anyone
cut him
Italian
some slack
watching?
If you guys... And cut me some slack, too, because my Italian's probably not perfect.
As long as we sound right together,
yeah,
then that's okay. So like, I have to have words here, and I've sort of written out how I think it all sounds based on what Andrea Bocelli did.
Andrea Bocelli.
And so we hope you like it. Aunt Susan, this is for you. Thank you for your support
it also
that we've had.
Perfectly, I think, shows how so many people turned to faith during this time, and they didn't, because everybody just didn't know what was going on. People were losing people and just confused and disappointed and struggling. This is kind of a prayer for everybody.
Exactly.
Got it, babe.
Che tu hai,
pray we'll find your light,
nel cuore resterà,
and hold it in our hearts,
a ricordarci che
when stars go out each night,
l'eterna stella sei. Quanta fede c'è
when shadows fill our day.
Lead us to a place,
Guide us with your grace.
give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia, di speranza, ognuno dia una sua vicino, simbolo di need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Thanks, baby. Although I think I sang like Trovier more, ma instead of more.
That's okay, honey.
I'm furious with myself.
You did a good job. I'm so proud of you guys. You just learned that. I don't think he's ever sung it sung in Italian at all
I've never
before,
sung
right?
in Italian in my life. Even when I've been in Italy, I've just been like, I'm not going out. I can't speak to people because I don't know how to speak Italian at all.
Guys, if you want to send Stu a tip for learning Italian, you can do so by doing it with the stuff that John is going to put up scrolling
do
below.
you mean a financial tip, or do you mean like just send me
a financial
tips?
tip,
Like you
honey.
need to pronounce the E's more.
A financial tip.
Oh, well, there you go. With Aunt Susan, I hope you're happy with that. Oh gosh, well that's it.
That was
that's
amazing.
the thing. Now,
That's it. That's not the end.
no, it's not like.
Thank you so much, Spencer.
But like the one thing to sort of talk about, like we said that we would talk about the great things that have happened, but it's also we should talk about the sad things that have happened. On June 1st, who actually was a fan of Andrea Bocelli as well. Mm-hmm. My granddad passed away, and it was quite a shock to us all. But at the same time, like, I love the man because I remember as a child, Granddad was always in our front room, in our living room, and we had an organ, an old 2-keyboard level organ back then, and he would just be sat there playing away, and I would just sit and watch him, and I would sort of think that as far as like playing the piano is concerned, or like he was the one that sort of opened that up to me. Both my parents played guitar, but I couldn't play guitar because my fingers hurt when I do it. I'm that guy. So when I saw Granddad playing the piano, it was beautiful to watch. And actually, one of the last videos I have of my granddad is of him playing my piano in our living room. And playing this song. So, John, if you just want to play the clip, you can see what my granddad did. Sorry, I got me a bit. It had to be you.
It had to be you.
I wandered around, finally found somebody who
Could make me be true. Could make me be blue.
and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you.
Some others I've seen might never be me.
Might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do.
For nobody else gave me a thrill
With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. I was actually very lucky because Heather got to meet my granddad.
I sure did. Cheeky guy.
Cheeky guy that he was. But the best thing is he told you the story of how he met my grandma. He was playing pool or snooker with his buddies in a bar, and he was about to pop the black. And just as he was doing it, he looked up and he saw my gran, and then he missed the shot. But then he was in love, and then they ended up getting married and thankfully making my dad, which is how I'm here as well.
Very grateful for that, I gotta tell
yes.
ya.
Some others I've seen.
Some others I've seen.
Might never be me.
Never be mean.
Or
Might
try
never
to
be cross.
Or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. Nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still.
It had to be you.
Wonderful you. It had to be you. There you go. It's a tribute to my granddad.
Yep. Yeah, so
Yes. So I'm sort of in a bit of a weird emotional place
that's
right
okay.
now.
You're gonna take a break for a second.
Just carry on.
So like as you said, his granddad passed away, and actually that was right around the same time I came over to the UK. Finally got up the courage, felt like we were in a good place. Remember June when we all thought that this might be kind of over? And took the leap and came over to the UK, planning to stay here for a couple months, and then surely by August, Stu would be able to come back with me, the borders would be open. It couldn't possibly last longer than that, right? And we spent June together, then we spent July together, and it's obvious, it became very clear that this wasn't ending anytime soon. So on August 3rd,
I proposed to my beautiful wife here on the Hayling Island, a beach where I sort of grew up. When I was as a kid, we used to go there as a family and enjoy our summers there. We just sat, watched the sunset. You enjoyed seeing a seagull fly away as you tried to take a photo of it. Mm-hmm. And then you turn around. I'm a blubbering mess already, and I propose to you. You're then a blubbering mess. I don't think you saw the ring until about an hour later. And it was wonderful and the best thing ever.
But the thing is, I think that like all of this has happened. We've both made sacrifices, and we've both just done the things that we could possibly do, because the one thing that was just important was that we needed to be together.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna cry.
Well, you can't, because you got to sing.
I know I have to sing, but I just think that like I don't know. I just knew that like no matter what happened, I just wanted to be with you.
Thanks, honey.
I'm gonna take a sip of water. This is not the last time you'll be seeing tears. Sorry.
Oh dear. Well, we hadn't. I don't think when we put this set together, we didn't think that we'd be able to go like this.
Do it. I know.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
We love you, John. So this is my favorite Frank Lesser piece, and I just absolutely love it. And it's exactly how I feel about you, Stu. Where's that smile? Where's that glow? Where's that happy face that I depend on so? Or didn't you know you make me feel warm all over?
That is a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the fact that it just doesn't really settle. It keeps moving, it keeps changing and evolving with the expression that she's singing. Just well, I guess like we're definitely going down this sentimental route, so we hope you're on this journey with us.
Are you guys still out there?
Where you go like, whoa, this is too much. Well, I want to sing a song by a band that I've loved for years, called Ben Folds. What's the name of the guy? But Ben Folds 5 released this song, I believe. And I kind of feel like this is how I felt when you said yes, and then even on our wedding day itself, which then came around in October the 18th.
Yes.
Not in October, on October. It came just in that day. And we went to Bath, and we sort of had it secret online, just with all our friends and family, virtually zooming in to watch the ceremony, and it was perfect. It was just you and me. Special. So I'll try to do one now, so you know how I feel about you. We didn't actually tell each other that we were gonna do these, so it's quite a lot to take.
Why didn't we put Kleenex close to us?
I don't get many things right the first time. In fact, I am told that a lot. Now I know all the wrong turns, the stumbles and falls brought me here. And where was I before the day that I first saw your lovely face? And now I see it every day. And I know that I am the luckiest. What if I'd been born 50 years before you, in a house on a street where you lived? Maybe I'd be outside as you passed on your bike. Would I know? And in a wide sea of eyes, I see one pair that I recognize, and I know that I am the luckiest. I love you more than I have ever found a way to say to you. Next door, there's an old man who lived to his 90s, and one day passed away in his sleep. And his wife, she stayed for a couple of days, passed away. I'm sorry, I know that's a strange way to tell you that I know we belong. And I know that I am the luckiest. Sorry, honey.
Oh, I'm a mess. We haven't even gotten to the baby part yet.
Well, at least you're not pregnant. Oh no, wait, you are.
Oh gosh, should have worn some waterproof mascara, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. I think what we've realized since we've lived together as well is how annoyingly alike we are.
That's true.
Like, we have so much fun together, and even my mom asked me today, bless her, on the phone.
She wants us to kiss.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
My mum asked us today, like, how was it on Christmas? Were you okay? Did you feel lonely or anything? Which is so sweet of her to ask. And I was like, yeah, no, we're absolutely fine. We had a real laugh together. We just watched movies, chilled out, ate lots of food. This is a very slimming jumper. So that just
nothing's gonna help this.
And so yeah, and it's really lovely to not just find my partner in life, but actually just my bestest friend in the whole world, my chum, my buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe this one will just lift spirits up a bit. If I were a rich man with $1 million or two,
I live in a penthouse in a room with a view.
well, maybe not that far actually. And if I were handsome,
You are, babe.
you're biased, those dreams do come true. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Wouldn't have nothing.
Can I tell you something? I constantly fall for
Where you going with this?
your grace and your charm.
Okay.
I really adore you, you know.
Yes, I know. I know.
And whatever happens, baby, you always come through. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have Stu.
You and me together, that's how it always should be. One without the other don't mean nothing to me, nothing to me. Yeah, I wouldn't be nothing without you by my side.
I'm just your crazy American with no crazy left to hide.
I've seen it all.
And when days get tougher or I get a little blue,
What do you do?
I think I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you.
You and me together, that's how it always should be. One without the other don't mean nothing to me, nothing to me. Yes, I wouldn't be nothing if I didn't have you.
I know what you mean, babe, because
I wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah, exactly, babe.
Wouldn't know what to do.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay, we don't have to say it, 'cause we both know it's true. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you.
You know what? Let's do it one more time. And with a key change. We
Don't have to say it, 'cause we both know it's true. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have. Oh, I wouldn't have nothing if I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. A-E-I-O, that means you.
Yeah, bit of fun.
How you guys doing? You hanging in there? Everybody still having a good time?
We're going into the final section.
We're almost done. We hope you're enjoying it. John, are you okay with us continuing with the baby stuff? Yes? No? Yes? No?
I'm sure.
I'm just going to assume that it's all good.
It's fine.
So yeah, the last little piece of the puzzle. We
Yes.
got married, we got a house, and we got pregnant. No, but we yeah, it was a surprise for us when we found out that we were pregnant. And I think one of at this point in the year, so many other things had been thrown our way and so many things we had to adapt to. And Stu and I both have always wanted to have children. It was one of the first things he asked me when we were first starting to get to know each other, is if I wanted kids. Like literally, we had probably known each other for 3 days, and he was like, "Do you like dogs? And would you like children?" I was like, "Yes."
It's a very strict interview process that I have. So
Thanks, guys.
no, it was important because if we were going to invest in trying to make this work, it's good that we had the same visions. And like, I think if we would have planned to have a baby, we might have put it off for whatever reasons because of everything going on. But the fact that it took us by surprise was alarming and glorious.
Yeah,
like,
I think both of us have had
wait.
moments in our lives where we weren't sure if it was going to happen. So it's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
And
good luck with this one. Then.
I'm just going to sing this song, which I'm insane to try to do, but we're going to do it. Today's a day like any other, but I am changed, I am a mother, oh, in an instant. And who I was has disappeared, it doesn't matter, now you're here, so innocent. I was lost for you to find, now I'm yours and you're mine. Two tiny hands, a pair of eyes, an unsung melody is mine for safekeeping, and I will guard it with my life. I'd hang the moon for it to shine on her sleeping. Starting here and starting now, I can feel the heart of how everything changes. I didn't know, but now I see. Sometimes what is meant to be. You saved me. My blurry lines, my messy life come into focus, and in time, maybe I can heal and I can breathe, 'cause I can feel myself believe. Oh, my heart's at the wheel now, and all my mistakes, they make sense when I turn them around. Everything changes. What I thought was so permanent fades. In the blink of an eye, there's a new life in front of my face. And I know in due time, every right thing will find its right place.
Well, you got through it.
I got through it.
Wow.
Might have had some counting errors, but I got through it.
I'm just here because I know that I've got to sing next. I'm just like, come on, Stu, keep it together, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Everything does change.
Has our little one been doing anything?
Yeah, I felt it. We don't know if it's gonna be a boy or girl, and we're not gonna know. We're gonna be surprised upon arrival. And I felt a little bit during New York State of Mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually. So
yeah,
maybe
you like
baby's
that?
like, let's move back to New York. We'll see.
It's like, oh, I like this idea. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Well, I guess now it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just go into it.
Yep.
How do you say to your child in the night, nothing's all black, but then nothing's all white? How do you say it will all be all right when you know that it might not be true? What do you do? Careful the things you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see and learn. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children will look to you for which way to turn, to learn what to be. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Careful the wish you make, wishes are children. Careful the path you take, wishes come true, not free. Careful the spell you cast, not just on children. Sometimes the spell may last past what you can see and turn against you. Careful the tale you tell, that is the spell. Children will listen. How can you say to a child who's in flight, don't slip away and I won't hold so tight? What can you say that no matter how slight won't be misunderstood? What do you leave to your child when you're dead? Only whatever you put in its head. Things that your mother and father had said, they were left them too. Careful what you say, children will listen. Careful you do it too, children will see and learn. Guide them but step away, children will glisten. Temper with what is true, and children will turn, if just to be free. Careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen. Children will listen. Children will listen. Oh, Sondheim. You annoying man.
somebody who never had kids can write such perfect lyrics about the responsibility of having
kids.
You know, yeah. Well, guys, we only have a couple more left.
Yes.
Look at my face, I've just been crying.
Thank you very much for being here, and
thank you to John. Thank you to Virtual Piano Bar. We hope that you guys have checked them out. My wonderful Virtual Piano Bar family. There's shows every single night of the week. Tonight we've got David Mayako at 6:30 and Bob Egan at 8 p.m. So definitely check those guys out. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this. So we're gonna announce the next month's concerts tomorrow. Although they're in the description of this broadcast, so you can see. Next week we're doing something which is kind of fun. We're doing a gender swap concert. So I'm gonna sing all of the songs that were originally written for male voice, and Stu's gonna sing all songs that were originally written for female voice. So please let us know what your requests are for that. And Request Roulette Part 2 is coming up in 2 weeks. So start thinking of what you want to request for Request Roulette as well
as
to
all
add
of the
to the
ones
pile.
that are already there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun January for us. Like we can't wait to sort of like get going on the next stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously if you have enjoyed this and you do feel like you have a couple of pennies left over from Christmas, then please do drop us a little tip. We're very grateful if you do. If not, that's cool.
Yeah, the tip jar information is in the podcast information, and then we can get it there it is. It's scrolling below.
Yeah, brilliant. So should we do this little tribute song now?
Yeah, I think just what we want to leave everybody with is just the hope that next year is going to be better, and the hope that we got some happy days coming.
Yeah. So these next two songs, let's just bring the hope home. Forget your trouble.
Happy day.
Come on, get happy.
I'm here again.
You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah.
So let's sing a song.
Come on, get happy.
Cheer again. Happy
Get
days.
ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining
All together.
Come on, get happy.
Shout it out.
The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah.
Let's tell the world.
Just get happy.
About it now.
We're
Happy
going
days
to the
are
promised
here
land.
We're heading across the river.
Soon your cares will all be gone.
There'll be no more from now on. From now on.
Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all the blues away. Shout hallelujah. Just get happy.
Happy times.
Happy times.
Happy nights.
Happy nights. Happy days
Are
here
Babs
Babs
and Judy.
and Judy.
Judy and Babs.
Oh, thanks, Kim. We love
Thanks,
you
Kim.
too.
Thank you so much.
Also, like it's sort of like I read today that the Oxford vaccine is coming on really well, and they're going to start rolling that out soon as well. So there is genuine hope for the world right now with the vaccine starting to come through. Even my nan has had her vaccine, which makes me super happy. So I hope all of you out there, your loved ones, all get a chance to have it soon, because then we'll be left with a wonderful world. Is that a good link?
Yeah,
Good
and I
segue.
think- well, we just watched the movie Soul and
Ooh, yeah.
the new Pixar film, and it basically, without giving too much away, it centers around the idea of contentment and finding purpose in small moments and finding beauty in everyday mundane things, and really that kind of being a way to true happiness. And I think this song kind of is exactly what that's saying. And I think that we still have some hard times ahead, obviously, but they're going to get better. And I feel okay bringing a kid into this world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's broken for sure, but there is a lot that is beautiful.
It's going to be born into love, and that's the main thing.
So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Thanks for listening to our stories and for being here. Thank you for those of you who have tipped. And we can't wait to see you next week. Please send us your requests for the gender swap. And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, restful week and a happy, happy new year. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, we'll see you next year.
Ew.
Let's go out. Let's do this.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry,
and I watch them grow.
they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Be kind to each other, guys. That's it.
Yeah. And like, I know it's cheesy to say, but if you're feeling on your own, pick up the phone, call someone.
Yeah.
If you haven't spoken to a relative in 24 hours, pick them up and just tell them that all's good, you miss them, you're thinking of them. We're going to do that after this. So.
Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Love you.
The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going
week, everybody. We love ya.
Happy New Year, everybody.